So here we go, the final contest at the M&S Bank Arena here for the World Boxing Championships. It's the big boys, it's the super heavyweights. Our man in the middle from Estonia, the referee is Dimitri Melis, who's given both men the final instructions. It is Uzbekistan in red, Kazakhstan in blue. It is Zokhirov of Uzbekistan, Orolbey from Kazakhstan. And here we go.
So Orolbey, there's been a lot of expectation to him, as Ant was saying. You know, people were saying, is he going to be the man to step in and take that mantle, if you like, from Jalolov now that he dominated for so long, did Jalolov, unbeaten as a professional, decided to come back to Paris, which I'm sure everyone else in this category were delighted about. Got gold again there, but now has finally retired from Olympic-style boxing. That's what has made this category so exciting, and Zokhirov has been superb in this tournament. He's a huge, huge unit of a man, and he will know this is a great chance for him to step into Jalolov's shoes, so to speak. And he was touted as one to watch at the start of this was Orolbey, and he has reached the final, so arguably lived up to the hype already, but he's got a big, big man in front of him here. He's going to have to rely on his movement, his hand speed, his shot selection, because Zokhirov has very, very heavy hands. And he's a big, immovable object, isn't he?
See the size difference between them. He is a giant, Zokhirov, and well, in the early stages of this contest, he has landed on a couple of occasions as well, and he really sinks those big straight shots into head and body. And at the moment, well, Orolbey hasn't got going just yet.
And again, as we were saying before about Isroilov, he doesn't even have to land really cleanly all of the time with all of his combinations, because they're so thudding, thumping type of shots that even those hitting your arms and just completely, constantly battering you, they will take the toll. So Orolbey's got to be smart here and find a way through, nip in between those shots if he can and slip them, step inside of that jab somehow and get his own shots off. The problem will be, does Orolbey have the kind of power required to impact the sheer size of a man like Zokhirov, because he really is huge, even in comparison to Orolbey.
That's better from Orolbey. Did get a backhand off there, but back comes the big fella.
And his movement's good as well, Zokhirov. You know, he can defend well. He's slick at times. This is what we've seen from him in the tournament. Really difficult man to beat, because he does have that blend of, there's decent movement but power as well. Screaming at him in the corner, aren't they? Instructing him what to do, the Uzbek. And look at that movement from him, just that tiny layback, and then comes back with a couple of shots. And that was, for me, a really good opening round for Zokhirov.
Well, there's a big cut as well to the left eye of Orolbey. Well, this big man in red, just 22 years of age. Big, big thudding shots. He had the final say as well with a big shot at the end of the round. But you can feel the power. And again, he's not loading up with too much here. He's just a big, strong fella who's, well, got plenty behind those shots. He's not had it all his own way as far as the judges are concerned. 3 for him, 2 for blue. So judges from Guatemala and Bulgaria scored that round in favour of the man from Kazakhstan.
Round 2.
Good ramrod jab.
Just parrying them away at the moment, isn't he, Orolbey? But that's because that's just a probing jab and not the thudding backhand that comes after it. Thought he was going to have a word with him for the head then, because he'd already had a word once. Going to have to be careful, Orobey.
Have a little word there, yeah.
Telling off the ref for both of them there.
It's yet another of these Uzbek southpaws, Zokarov.
That was good from Orobey. Really nice movement. That's what he has to do. I know he's inviting those on, but he doesn't want to stand and take too many of those, because, as I say, even if they're not landing flush, they still wear you down, pummeling away at you. That was good movement from him. And slipping those shots of Zokarov and trying to get at him. Good backhand, but again, this is the problem. Barely puts a dent in him because he's just so huge. However, still point-scoring shots, and if he could just pepper away at him, they'll still count for Orobey. But then you get that slamming, thudding power in return, don't you?
Well, it's lively in the arena, isn't it?
Yeah, fantastic atmosphere in here. It's been superb all the way throughout, but particularly the last 3 days of the semis and finals, just electric in here at times. I don't think you can always fully appreciate it when you're in our position and you're so zoned in on the fight, and obviously got the cans on as well, but just earlier I took the cans off for a couple of times, and then you can really hear the atmosphere in here, and it's been amazing. For almost every nation, it's been almost like they're on home soil. The way that they've made it, a cacophony of noise in here. Whoever steps in the ring, what a lead hand that was from Orobey.
And that inspires a little bit of action back from the man in red as well.
He's had a lot more success in this round, Orobey, and I think that's what they've been talking about with his potential and his ability, because he has adapted there. Zokarov didn't really do anything particularly different, although he didn't really need to, because those heavy hands of his do the damage, but I think Orobey found a way to, you know, to just nip in and land a few more shots than he did in the first, but we'll have to see how the judges see it. But this worked from Orobey. He got on the inside, he was landing a few clean shots. Cheeky little uppercut on the inside there, found a gap for it. And as we've seen on the replays, there's some really, really good work from Orobey. But he won't be rewarded for it, not on the scorecards anyway. 4 going in favour of the Uzbek. And
Seconds out.
Yep, well, we have a situation now then going into the third and final round. 3 of the cards are dead level. 3 of the judges have it all
Third
square.
and
2
final
have
round.
a 2-point advantage on the card to the man in red. So Orobey's need is greater. He has to win this round and win it well.
it'll depend here if Zokarov can keep up the work rate as well, because Orobey, he does have a good engine and he can harry and pester and he'll keep coming. And if Zokarov isn't able to, you know, have that same power and that same work rate that we've seen in the opening 2 rounds, it will give Orobey more of a chance to work. No signs of that at the moment though. Doesn't show any signs of slowing down yet, the big Uzbek. He does move really fluidly, doesn't he, especially for a big man.
Well, the gum shield's out there. He was just messing around with it. He took it out himself, basically.
Yeah, that looked deliberate. I don't know, but it did look like that, didn't it? Maybe just want to slow things down. And we're sort of talking about if the pace starts to get to him, it'll favour Orobey, because he'll just keep coming and swinging and landing. So Kirov just looking to drain him now. Look, he's just leaning on him, trying to tire Orobey and also run down the clock. And these are not good signs from Zokarov. If Orobey can really go at him now, he might be starting to tire, or perhaps these are just tactics. to nullify Oral Bay and, as I say, run down the clock. Halfway through the third round already.
And he keeps looking to the corner, doesn't he, Zakharov?
Absolutely screaming at him, the three coaches. Obviously, I don't know what they're screaming, but top of the lungs and really animated they are.
Well, we're just approaching the final minute of this
And this
super
is where you
heavyweight
see the
contest.
chance for Oral Bay now. If he can have a big final minute, you just never know, because Zakharov was wondering if he would start to tire
He certainly
at the
looks like
start of this third round, and I think he is tiring. That's why he's been constantly trying to hold, just trying to deter Oral Bay with any tactics that he can.
Yeah, the big man blowing in there.
Oral Bay just keeps coming forward though, and you can see why there's been so much hype about him. But Zakharov constantly looking to his corner, and they're screaming at him, imploring him just to keep throwing. He's so tired now, his legs have given way, and they're having to really G up their man and asking him to find, you know, dig deep, draw on those energy reserves and dig in now. And he's constantly looking at his corner, and they're absolutely screaming at him, arms in the air, literally demonstrating what they want him to do.
Well, they wanted to throw something.
They do. But I think
is.
he's just been absolutely exhausted. There weren't any signs of fatigue for about the first 20-30 seconds of this round, but then it really kicked in, and once it hit him, the mouth guard came out and the signs weren't good. He was trying to hold, he was trying to stall, anything he could to just stop Oral Bay coming forward at him. But there was no deterring the Kazakh, and this could be close now.
Yeah, it was all on the last round from Oral Bay's point of view. Needed something solid, needed something big, and there's the the opposing
I think that says
corner.
it all from the coaches there. They were so animated. They worked harder than him in the final round, I think.
So the final contest of the World Boxing Championships in Liverpool. How has this one gone? Both men think they've done enough, or do they? It's Oral Bay who seems to be celebrating a little more. It was obviously Zakharov who went into the third round